So the first thing he did was to test the pan, and he warned us that this could make a lot of noise.
This could be a bit loud when I'm
That's
tuning.
okay. So which notes are actually flat, and how do you tell that?
Well, I have a machine there. So the machine will tell me which notes are flat and sharp, but I'll go through every single one of them just to make sure. Because even some of them, you might not hear them to be off, they might be off a little bit, and it's just better to bring them in just to make sure they stay. It's good for the instrument. Yes. Can I put this on this? Pretty sticks.
Can you tell me what you're actually doing, just for the hell of it?
So this note was a bit sharp, it was a bit higher. So I was trying to get it down. And there are these lines that line up. It's hard to kind of see them. And there are about 3 different lines. Because there's the main note, and within this note, there's a note above it that's also in there. So I'm trying to correct the main note and the one above it. Because within each note is a series of other notes as well. And that's what the challenge is to try and get all of the notes inside each note to be correct. Because sometimes one might be off and one might be on, but then it just kind of doesn't sound right. So using this, I'm trying to get all the lines to stay still, somewhat stay still.
So what note is it that you're tuning now?
This is C, this is middle C. So this is the lowest note on the pan, so I always like to start here and then move in whichever direction to get the rest of them.
And the tenor pan has a whole octave in it? Is that
It has about 2.5 octaves. Yeah. Yeah, about 2.5. So it's pretty. It's a lot you can do on it. Yeah.
So the hammering basically is to try and get the pan to the correct pitch.
Yeah. It was tuned. That's how it's tuned. You have to hammer it into a kind of a shape, but the shape depends on the sound. So you're trying to find that you're trying to beat the metal into a particular shape that produces a kind of a sound. So I don't know if it's right now. I guess I'm trying to push it back into that place. Tell you the truth, the science of it, I'm not 100% sure about. I just know what I need to do to get something to what it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
The science is kind of mysterious to me. I mean, even when I play this instrument, it's so magical. I still don't know how it happens, you know? It's
But if you're saying that you have notes inside of notes,
Yeah.
kind of thing, that kind of depth gives greater complexity to the
exactly.
music.
Yeah. I mean, all notes have that. When you sing, we just can't hear it, but they're overtones or upper partials, and they're notes. When we sing, it's not just one note we're producing. There's one dominant note, but there are other notes, and all instruments have that. But with the pan, you have to manually put in those other notes. When pan just started, the tuners weren't doing that. They didn't really know about that. They didn't. So that's why old-time pans sound different. They don't have this kind of ringing sound. It's more, I don't know, kind of had a kind of metal-y kind of a sound. And then when they realized the science behind the music and the notes, then they started to put in those things, and it started to sound more like what we would expect instruments to sound like.
So when you beat or when you tune the top and you had it turned up so that you're also tuning underneath,
Yeah.
is a balance that you have to reach?
Sometimes some notes require you to go underneath to kind of to push something up, because I mean the notes are all raised up like this, and it's how they should be. But sometimes, mostly, you tune from on top. But sometimes when you're fine tuning, you have to go back underneath and just push it back into a kind of a shape. So I don't know exactly if it's a balance necessarily, but you just do what the note requires. And sometimes it requires different things, and each tuner will do different things. Some tuners will not want to go underneath as much. It just depends on what your training is and what your preferences are and what sound you're going for. That's just how I know how to do it.
Mm-hmm. Visitor came in and asked about the arrangement of the notes.
So
It skips.
Why does it do so?
Well, it's organized in what they call the circle of fourths and fifths.
The circle of?
Fourths and fifths is a theoretical thing where notes work in all the notes can fit into a circle.
Yeah.
It's kind of mathematical.
Yeah.
G is a fifth above C, because C, D,
Yeah.
E, F, G.
Yeah.
And then D is a fifth above G.
Yeah.
G, A, B, C,
Yeah,
D.
right.
And
Once
then
you've
A
made
is a
that,
fifth
yeah.
of D. And it just goes around like that.
Yeah.
In fifths. And it works out perfectly.
Yeah.
Uh,
God, you listen to it and you really never
Yeah, no,
have it analyzed.
it's well thought out. This is pure science. Those Trinidadians, they knew what they were doing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's C.
It is
G.
C, D, E.
Right, if you want to do a
F,
scale. Well, this
G,
it
and
comes
then-
it comes to F over here, just because of how the fourths and fifths.
Oh, so do it again then.
This
So
is
that's
C, then this is G, and this is D, A, E, B.
Yeah, right. That's
This is
C.
F sharp.
Oh, that okay.
So the sharps and the flats are over here. F sharp, C sharp, G sharp.
Lord
E
have
flat, E flat,
mercy.
F. You just know it after a
Yeah,
while.
yeah. It's like a piano.
You just know it exactly. Yeah.
Although this seems more complicated because the piano, of course, is more
Unless you
linear.
have, yeah, exactly. A lot of people have trouble because the piano is linear and you
Yeah.
think linear.
You think linear, yeah.
Yeah, but in this, it's a different way of thinking.
and then the real test.